Well, hello everyone. This is Ron. I'm back with you with another episode of Empire Coins and Collectibles. Yes, we're spreading our vast influence over the collection. At least we're trying as we endeavor to grow our subscriber base. Maybe you could help us with that by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Okay, enough of that. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we have 3 coins to show you. We're going to show you a coin that I picked up from a previous collection I bought within the last few weeks, and then 2 coins that are follow-up from the tube of brilliant uncirculated buffaloes I bought from my friend who owns Burleson Gold and Silver down here in north central Texas in Burleson. So we'll get to both of those coins, but first I would like to share the Walking Liberty with you. Obviously, you see this magnifying glass here. I've got it positioned here so I can turn it on and get more light without blinding you as you look at my bald forehead. Yes, it would. I'm going to go to this camera, the tray camera, and then we'll turn that light on and you're going to be able to see these coins in all their glory. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that without further dialogue or obfuscation. Is that a word? Obfuscation? I think it is. What do you think? Maybe the word's bigger than I am. All right. So here is the second camera. And these are the 2 buffaloes. And I've just picked 2 out of the rest of the 39 that we have not seen yet because of their toning. But we're going to get to that in just a moment. Let me turn the overhead light on. And now we're going to show you the Walking Liberty. I'm going to have to get really close so this thing will focus. But when it focuses, you're going to see this beautiful Liberty, Walking Liberty, and the eagle. Let's see, can we get you to focus? You were focusing without a problem earlier. I always have trouble with this. Let's see if we can get, there it is. Look at that beauty. Wow. There's a little bit, let me get my toothpick. That'll be easier for me to point. Look at all the details in the feathers. Isn't that glorious? And very crisp lettering. United States of America. And then we have E pluribus unum. No problem in seeing that, $0.50. But look at the details in the feathers and the leg and the wings around the neck. And there's just a slight amount of toning, not very attractive toning down here. I'm going to flip it over and you're going to understand why I say it's not very attractive toning, because this was in a $50 collector's book. And of course, the other side did meet the paper of the book and there is toning. So let's flip it over. Now look at Liberty. Isn't Liberty gorgeous? Walking Liberty. But you can see the yellow toning here and the darker. This sometimes tends to a little bit of blue. But to me, this toning does not add a whole lot to the coin. As a matter of fact, one could even say that it subtracts from the overall beauty of the coin. In God we trust. And there's 1945. But all the details are very, very sharp. Let's see if I can hold it still so you can get a better look. Doesn't seem like it's quite in focus. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, to me, maybe the obverse is a little bit mundane, but the reverse is stellar. I wonder what this coin looked like before it was added into that collection in the book, because the book actually caused it to tone on the obverse. But I love this eagle. What do you guys think? Is this one worth sending in? I think so. What do you think it will grade at Annex or PCGS? Maybe 65? Hopeful? Maybe 66? I don't know. But all I know is this jewel is going into my personal collection. It is beautiful with all that detail in the feathers. Look down at the tail feathers below the wings down here. Or is that part of the wings? just, it's like a sculpted image on this coin, like it's been engraved in high relief, yet it was minted. Love it. This is what coin collecting is all about. Okay, let's go now to the first buffalo. I'm going to set that one back there. I'll save this one for last. I'm going to bring this one up, but before I do, you can see that blue toning and the yellow in it. See if I can get it to come into a little bit better play here. Will it focus? There it is. Look at that gorgeous coin. Now you can see up in this area here, there is a blue tint. And then as it works its way down, it's more yellow. But look at all the detail. Even, and this is part of the sculpture or the sculpting of the image. Inside the nostril right there, I know it's not very attractive to be looking there, but you can see the detail there. It's very well struck. Now up in here, it was not soft, it was softly struck, or the die has been worn down a bit. But up here, all the great detail. This is a brilliant uncirculated 1937 Buffalo nickel. Now, you're seeing something down at the 4 o'clock position. This actually looks like it was damage done at the mint. It's like it was struck through. A little two gouges there. In some instances, when I look at it, it looks like something was laying in there and then fell out after it was struck. But even so, if it was done after the minting, it's still a very attractive coin with that coloration, the blue and the yellow. Now I'm going to flip it over. Look at this buffalo. Wow. Yeah, I think it's a gorgeous coin. Can we get a little closer and will it focus? Focus for us. I'm not sure, will it? There it is. Now you're seeing some blue up in here, all the way up in here, and then transitions into yellow down into here. And it's a 5 cent, of course. Very crisp lettering. United States of America, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. We've said that several times. I do love that motto, which very explicitly describes the United States, out of many, one country. But I just love this coin. A little bit of scuffing on the edge, so this is not going to grade, super, super high. I have some that are just magnificent with no scuffing whatsoever in the field. And they all will be going into Annex to be certified. I've been working a deal with the boss lady, Miss Empire, and we've got to get her okay before we send this slide in, because there's probably going to be maybe 50, 60 coins going in at that point. But yeah, what do you think? Is this a beautiful coin? All right, let's go to the other buffalo. Here is the other buffalo. It's a 1938 D over D. Look at that blue. Now that blue is all through the face of the verse here. The First Nation people or person. Look at this. 1938. This is a D over D. And I'm going to show you the reverse, and then we're going to go to the coin microscope. But isn't that glorious? Just a beautiful, iconic coin. It's an iconic image. You see it in all sorts of other things. They've absconded with it and used it. I'm not sure if that's a copyright violation. Of course, it was put out by the U.S. Mint. See that blue as I tilt the coin? Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. What do you think? Is this a coin worth having? Is this a coin worth money? I think so. I think so. We'll see what it certifies at. Now, again, I have some that are a little better than this, but I wanted to show you these two examples. Look at the buffalo here. Come on, focus for me. There it is. Now, it's not showing the blue, but I can assure you there's beautiful blues in this coin. Sometimes this camera works well and sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of in focus now. And there's something that's going to be a special note down here. The D. This is a D over D. How do I know? You can see the D beneath the top D. And we'll go to the coin microscope for that. So why don't we switch it over? Bear with me. And we'll go ahead and put this under. And I think I've already got it focused here. Maybe a little bit better focus. Now you can see that D. You can see the edge of the D beneath it, just to the west of the first D. And on the inside, whoops, on the inside of the outer arch of the first D. We're going to kind of move it around, get you different. Oh, yeah. So you can see it very good there. I'm bumping up against the back of the microscope. So let me turn the coin flip. There you go. You can see this really well now. Yeah. So this, I'm sure that NX will certify as a D over D. It adds some value, but not a whole lot, simply because there were a lot of these produced when this coin was originally minted. But still, the beautiful variety is very crisp and easily seen under the coin microscope. Okay, let's go back to the tray camera. Actually, we'll go back to the main camera and do a wrap up. So, I don't want to blind you. I'll turn that jewel off. It kind of blinds me. All right. So that's what coin collecting is all about. You look for the best, right? And when you find it, if the coin's worth the money, you send it in and get it certified. If it's worth, less than, we'll say $60, $70, you might not want to get it certified because you're going to pay perhaps $25 to $30 in a bulk submission to get it graded. And that means give a grade asserted on the slab and the varieties identified, because they charge you for both separately. So if you can send in a bulk offer, you'll drive down the price to grade, and then you won't take such a big hit when you get them to assert what the variety is on the graded slab. But you do that, you then inspect what you get back from NX, PCGS, and GC, and you keep the best in your personal collection. Don't tell Miss Empire. And you sell the rest, right? So with that, my friends, I think we're done today. Hopefully this has been informative and of high interest to you, because it is what coin collecting is all about. Listen, you take care of yourself. Be careful out there, and I will see you in the next episode. All the best.